Hey guys, so we're in London. I'm here with Gunnar, and today is the day that the Queen's coffin is being brought from Buckingham Palace to Westminster Hall, which is right down there. And right now it's early. It's only not even 11 o'clock, and people are already gathering in crowds. It's 2 o'clock now, and they're preparing over at Buckingham Palace to bring the Queen's procession out. They're preparing to get her coffin out to bring it down in that area, and then it's going to come this way. So it's about 22 minutes now before it leaves Buckingham Palace. It's going to be coming from over there. There are lots of people here, but it's not, you know, it's not like overly packed in like sardines or anything.
We'll get good pictures here.
So we got pretty lucky. We've been in here. We've been in there in the Red Lion for about the last hour and a half, having fish and chips with Dickie and Nigel, a couple of locals who were very, very friendly, extending their hospitality. We had a very good time and sure passed the time quickly talking to them. It was such a gray day, and then now all of a sudden the sun has come out and it's shining directly down on where the procession is going to be coming. I don't know if you know this, there was a double rainbow not only at Buckingham Palace but also at Windsor Castle, and then a single shaft of light came right down directly onto the Queen's coffin as the procession was going through in Edinburgh. And on top of that, what looked like her shape, including her hat, appeared in the clouds. So it really seems like the Queen is sending some messages from the other side to let us know that she's in heaven.
William and Harry on very different paths in relationship to what we It's just Princes William and Harry are on very different paths now in their relationship to what we So they have been united at least in the last few weeks. They have created some of the tries to navigate life in a couple.
Oh, right. Oh, gosh, I didn't realise. Well, that's not that's actually
You don't have to FaceTime if you're not taking
Yeah, those are the guys who were in the parade. So they brought her over here to Westminster Hall.
that one in the middle doesn't want to stay still.
Oh, it's the royals. More royals?
The king.
That was the king?
Yeah.
No kidding. Is that William and Harry in there?
They were together, William and Kate.
Oh, right. Oh, William and Kate.
There's Meghan
Really?
in the Bentley.
Megan was in that Bentley. Those were the royals in those cars. That's it. I guess everyone has now left the area. So everything went off very peacefully today. No incidents, not here anyway, except for one lady who was taken away by the police in a yellow sling. She seemed to have had some kind of a medical event. Other than that, everything was fine, although quite sad. Like, once the Queen's coffin passed, some people had tears, you know. So it's pretty much done now. The barricades are still up. And we're going to take these flowers and bring them over to Buckingham Palace and leave a tribute for Her Majesty ourselves. And honestly, we are quite sad that the Queen is dead, because it means now Prince Charles is King Charles. So we have our feelings about that. The Queen herself had been remarkably free of scandals for the entire 70 years, unlike many other members of the royal family. Well, anyway, I mean, in the end, she's just a human being, although I know some people say she's a lizard, but I don't personally believe that. So it's now the end of an era without the Queen, and we don't know what's going to come next. And I'm a bit worried that it's not going to be quite as good, or that we're going to have I don't know what to say, because I don't want to like give my opinions, really make it political, because I'm not here to start an argument, but Personally, I'm sad that she died, and I'm concerned about what's going to happen now with King Charles at the helm, with his associations with the World Economic Forum, and all that stuff that you see coming from the royal family. That's all from him. That wasn't from Queen Elizabeth. That's all Charles. He's good friends with Klaus Schwab. So I think that he's going to maybe try to do things to implement that agenda, really push that forward, and that's what I'm concerned about. And maybe while the Queen was in power, there was a bit of limitation on how far that could go. Who knows? We'll find out shortly. Anyway, we're here to bring her some flowers now. Somewhere in this park we're supposed to put them.
Yes.
Okay, you want me to make a prediction, Gunnar? About what's going to happen in the UK? I don't think it's going to be just the UK. I think that because King Charles is very close with the, you know, Klaus Schwab and the World Economic Forum, people think that they're the ones dictating, but I'm starting to think that actually it's coming more from the monarchy to the World Economic Forum, that they're doing the bidding of the monarchy, Queen excluded. I think more like Prince Charles and other people. There's a lot of monarchy in Europe, a lot of royals. I think that their influence, or they're teaming up with Schwab, and that's why World Economic Forum is able to get away with what they do. And then the World Economic Forum trains people who then end up in positions of power, and that's how you end up with so much of the Canadian cabinet having been young global leaders, and they're also sworn allegiance to the monarchy. And the will of the monarchy, as I said in another video, the will of the monarchy apparently is the will of the World Economic Forum, because they're the ones who are behind it. I kind of have this feeling that with the Queen, she wasn't the one who's implementing this. I think it's more Charles. I mean, it's not just me guessing. I mean, he's the one who put out the video and saying, we need a reset, we must act now. He was the one who said that we need to use the pandemic to change everything in order to save the planet, the environment. Those are his words. And now he's the king, and our government is sworn allegiance to him, or it soon will be. So I think what we're going to get is more of this World Economic Forum agenda being implemented in Britain, I would guess, although they seem to have somehow a better system with more checks and balances in Canada. Maybe not, but definitely it's going to be implemented in Canada. I think we're really the testing ground. We're like ground zero. You can see that because we in the Netherlands are the testing ground for KTDI, for example. So for some reason, Canada is like ground zero for World Economic Forum experiments for the next phase of the New World Order. So what I think is going to happen, I think it's going to get worse for Canada. That's what I really think. I think we can leave our flowers here. Right here. Hunter, go ahead and put the flowers down. You go do it, I'll take your picture. Just go put them right down in the front. They're for Queen Elizabeth. Very nice. They're really beautiful roses. Rest in peace, Queen Elizabeth.